Today we are going to do an oil change for this classic 500cc. Just go quickly what actually you need. You need 2.4 liters of oil. This is just a 20W50 mineral oil. Basically the brand doesn't really matter, but I've been using this module for quite some time. We need a oil filter for classic UCE and O-rings for it. Then we need a 19 mm socket wrench to remove the main plug, 12 mm for removing the sump drain, and then there is also an 8 mm to remove the screen, oil screen. So actually there are three different openings you can open under the engine to drain out all the oil. I will show you what are those. This is the 19 mm. You will see this is the 12 mm, the one for some drain. It also has like 100 to 200 ml of oil. So if you only remove the main plug, there will still be a lot of oil left in the engine. So kailangan mo rin open this one. And then the oil screen is inside here. This is an 8 mm bolt, dalawang bolt. So once you open this door out, then you can remove the metal oil screen and then clean it as well. I'm idling the bike for about 3 to 5 minutes now. This is to heat up the oil so it drains out quickly. Okay, so it's time to turn it off. Now you can start draining the oil. So that's the main bolt. There you go. So that's the main drain bolt. Quickly almost everything is drained off. You can see at the back from the main drain bolt, it's a very little oil coming out now. You might think it's already finished, but look at the next opening, which is the sump drain plug. When you open, you will still get quite a lot of oil. Look, that is still about 150 to 200 ml of oil to be drained. Now to open the oil filter door. You will have some oil coming out from here as well. So this is spring loaded, so you just remove that and then you will see the oil filter inside, so you can just pull that out also. So every oil change we also change this one. You cleaned up the oil there, and then you will also find an O-ring all the way inside, so you need to pull that out. We're going to replace those with a new one. There are two rings, one all the way inside and one on the outside. So yeah, time to fit the new oil filter. So that goes in. The new O-ring, and then just goes in like that. Again, nothing bolt. Okay, this is already tightened, good to go. Now the oil is completely drained out. I've put back the drain plugs back on. Ito na yung oil we got from the bike. This should be about 2.2 to 2.3 liters. We will measure it later to make sure there is no oil consumption. Now we are going to the other side of the bike to fill up the oil. Now we will open the oil filler cap. Okay, it's a little bit tight. Okay, opened. I change oil at every 3,000 kilometers for this bike. So we have to put about 2.4 liters of oil on this. You have to also look into the air filter to clean it up. So we'll take it out and then clean it and then put it back. This is actually recently cleaned, so it's okay. I'm not going to do it anymore. I did it last week. You have to check for the chain slackness, and then you have to make sure we clean it and then lube it. And then brakes, of course, we need to check. For checking the brake of this motorcycle, this is a drum brake model, so you can't actually visually inspect the thickness of the brake shoe or the brake pad from here. If you really want to check, you have to open this up. You have to remove the wheel, open this up, then you can inspect the brake shoe. But you can actually check this adjusting bolt nut. If it is over here, it most of the time means there is still a lot of brake shoe, the thickness left. So you just have to adjust this going towards there to adjust your brake, so you will have a better braking. Another thing to inspect is when you press on the brake, the rear brake, the wheel should not move. Look at this motorcycle. This is fully pressed brake, but the wheel is still moving quite a lot. This simply suggests the cush rubber inside is already worn out and needs to be replaced. Without this kind of movement should not be there. That's way too much. So I'm gonna do that next. Also, another important thing I just noticed, we have got a big problem. Our teeth on the sprocket is already broken. I can see one. Let's rotate and see if there is any more. One. It's only one teeth, but it's very dangerous. We can't go along with that. We have to really change the rear sprocket. I'm actually preparing this motorcycle for a long haul next week. We are going to Ilocos and Benguet. So just plan to do a usual oil change, but I just noticed it needs the sprocket change. It also needs to change the rear cush rubber for the hub, because there is a lot of play in the rear wheel, as well as the tires. These are road tires, still good, but I want to put something more, a little bit more off-road friendly, because most likely we are going to do a little bit of off-road. Okay, and then I need to fit this one so that I can put a saddle bag over, and then it doesn't go and hit the tires or anything. So that will be done later today also. I'm going to remove the tires. I'm going to remove the push rubber. I'm going to change the rear sprocket, and then also slip lang slope if the brake shoe needs any replacement. I've already checked the front brake pads. Hey, it's still good. Probably will last another 3,000 kilometers. So that will be on the next oil change. Ion. So pretty much ready to go, except for the rear sprocket problem. Gonna be fixed later today.